The Subcommittee on Consumer Protection and Commerce will now come to order. The chair will now recognize herself for 5 minutes for an opening statement. So I wish you good morning, and I thank you for being here to attend our hearing, much-awaited hearing on self-driving cars. In 1966, the year Ralph Nader published Unsafe at Any Speed, more than 50,000 Americans died in auto crashes. The same year, President Johnson signed into law the National Traffic and Motor Vehicle Safety Act, which required the adoption of new upgraded vehicle safety standards and created an agency, NHTSA, to enforce those safety issues. Since then, the country's population has increased by 100 million people, but we have seen auto fatalities drop to, still not great, 36,500. This represents significant progress, but much of this progress is thanks to safety advocates who have pushed regulation to require a host of new or stronger safety requirements. Often, I must say, after stiff opposition from industry that bring technologies like airbags, anti-lock brakes, and more recently, rear-view cameras to market for all consumers. Many safety technologies, such as automatic emergency braking, lane departure warnings, and pedestrian detection, those exist today and can dramatically reduce the number of auto fatalities and injuries every year. But deployment of such features is slow and often reserved for those who are willing to pay a premium for advanced safety features. Beyond the scope of this committee, I just want to mention, however, are serious questions about the impact of mass deployment of self-driving cars will have on the economy, particularly on the workforce. Congress must be very thorough and move with an abundance of caution when it comes to passage of legislation that has the potential to cause mass labor displacements. More than 4.4 million Americans aged 16 and over work in some capacity as drivers. After NAFTA was passed in 1993, which resulted in enormous job loss, the federal government had done next to nothing to support workers who were displaced, and we can't let that happen again. But the job before this subcommittee is to work on legislation that will significantly reduce fatalities and injuries from vehicle accidents. This means smaller steps that can be done immediately and longer-term opportunities like self-driving cars, which have the potential to provide mobility to seniors and those with disabilities. It's my expectation that other committees will work on the issues affecting our workers. So I thank the witnesses for being here today.